Now that we've talked about the importance of a daily habit of praying, we're going to talk today about the importance of our character. In our walk with Jesus as His disciples, we need to do good and avoid evil, to be men and women of virtue and to avoid our vices or root them out. A quick reminder, we're all sinners. We all fall short of the glory of God, but we are called to holiness. When we were young, anytime we left the house, my mom always said to us, be good and have fun, in that order. My mom and dad were both very good people, and they tried to teach us by example. They taught us that the most important thing that they could do as our parents would try to help us get to heaven. Our characters are formed by our virtues and our vices. A virtue is a good habit, and a vice is a bad habit. Any society will fall apart if most people are not good most of the time. The goal of a virtuous life is to become like God, who is good all the time. And that's why we should want to be good, so that we can be more like God. It's good to know about the 4 cardinal virtues, because even from ancient times, men like Plato and Aristotle talked about these 4 virtues that have been traditionally and recognized as the indispensable foundation for all the other virtues. The word cardinal comes from cardo, which means hinge in Latin. The 4 cardinal virtues in order are prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. The 3 theological virtues are faith, hope, and love. Sometimes you might hear someone say, if I could just see God, or if I could just see Jesus, then I would believe. Well, maybe not. The Bible has lots of stories where people saw the miracles and they still walked away. Hope is not just our natural desire for happiness, because everybody has that. Hope is faith directed to the future. Hope is the strongest source of fortitude. If you trust God's promise of the incomparable happiness of heaven, then earthly goods or enduring any earthly deprivation is worth it. Viktor Frankl, the survivor of the concentration camps at Auschwitz, wrote that famous book, Man's Search for Meaning. And he wrote, man can endure almost any how if only he has the why. The why is a hope, a goal, a meaning for our lives. One of my most fervent hopes is that all my family and all my friends can go to heaven. I think that's a good hope to have. And the greatest of these is love. We love God and our neighbor. It's not just a feeling or an emotion. It's a choosing of the will. And Jesus said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. I've never met a person who doesn't want to be happy. Living a virtuous life, living a good life, helps us not only to be happy, but to draw closer to God.